Alright, I'm going to go ahead and steal Joey's idea. I'm sitting here on duty, have nothing else to do, don't feel like typing for an hour to give you idiots a recap in which no one says shit. The only time you ever fucking say anything is when you don't get the LM note. So, you know what? This week you're going to get another video. And if you don't like it, I don't give a fuck. Maybe next week you'll get an actual write-up, but whatever. Here's your video. So, game one, that's going to be Turner versus Brent. That was the game of the week. That went down to the wire, like literally the last 3 minutes. And the only reason that Brent's sorry ass team beat Turner's just as sorry fucking team is because Kirk Cousins threw a touchdown, which went for double points because it hurt Turner, who had Philadelphia's defense starting. Until then, at the last, 3.5 minute mark, Turner had it won. But as is, 92-94 Brent. Drew Brees had a decent game. He overcame a couple of picks. Devontae Freeman looks lost out there. Chris Thompson strung together a good game, but now he's possibly injured again. Little dude stays injured. Michael Thomas was okay. Demaryius Thomas fucking sucks. Antonio Gates is taking a back seat to Hunter Henry. I don't know why Antonio Gates is even in your lineup at this point. And then meanwhile, Brent rocked, Kirk Cousins and Chris Hogan and the Jaguars defense, who is killing it this year for a W. Also, editor's note, Brent needs some help on his team. You ain't going to be able to start Chris, Ivory and Carlos Hyde every single week. So, what the fuck ever. I'm not going to do the little next thing either, so you can get fucked. Next game, we're going to go with Brandy and Sellers. Brandy can't stop losing right now. She'll win one game and then lose two more. I don't know what's going on with this team. She'll have good spots and then just she's actually one of the only people that needs a wide receiver. So if you're needing a quarterback, I'd hit her up. She's got two of them. Meanwhile, she benched Alex Smith again. Let's just look at this. Let me click on this. Alex Smith every week kills it. And every week I'm like, you should start Alex Smith, and she doesn't. Alex Smith, 31, 16, 14, 26, 26, 14, 26. Tom Brady's having an amazing year, and he's got better numbers than Tom Brady. Start Alex Smith. You know what? I'm not even going to give her a recap. Brandy, you should start Alex Smith. Get fucked. All right, next. So, Joey's team could have broke 200. I think 200's only been broke one time. I think that was Joey's second year against Chris in the championship or in the playoffs or some shit. I think that's the only time 200 has ever been broken. He could have done it. Had Joey started O.J. Howard and Ezekiel Elliott, which, who benches Ezekiel Elliott? If Zeke is playing, Zeke plays. But Zeke, got 40 points? Yeah, 40 points on his bench. O.J. Howard got 27. He also had 14. If you need a tight end, Joey's got tight end for days. Offer Joey a wide receiver or a running back for one of his tight ends. Tight ends for days, because he's got Evan Ingram, O.J. Howard, and fucking Jeremy Shockey Jr. over here. Seriously, if you need a tight end, come over here. And if you need a shitty team, come over to Dinsmore. He actually had a shit ton of points on his bench, too. Joey's bench almost outscored Dinsmore's starting lineup. I haven't even gotten to the starting lineup. This is amazing. Joey's bench had 120 points, and Dinsmore's starting lineup had 123. Also, really sucks for Dinsmore. Every single week it seems like he has a good-ass game where he scores 120 points, and then the other team scores 144, which is what Joey's team did. Joey didn't start a defense, which was a smart move. Don't go fishing in the waiver wire if you think you're going to start the New Orleans defense against somebody that's good and then get negative points like Kansas City did for Brandy this week. Just don't start a defense. Kiss those 6 points that you might possibly get goodbye and thank your lucky stars that you're not going to get a negative. Meanwhile, Amari Cooper had his welcome back game with 44 points. Derek Carr also had his welcome back game with 31. Christian McCaffrey looks absolutely awful behind Carolina's offensive line. Also, Christian McCaffrey can't break a motherfucking tackle to save his life. But, because we're in a PPR fantasy football league, he's good. 11 points. Tyreek Cohen had a down game, but still got 8 points. Deshaun Jackson was good for his double-digit game with 12. And Josh Doctson looked lost out there with 6. I probably wouldn't start him again, but that's just me. Meanwhile, Dinsmore's trade with me looked good for him this week. Carson Wentz killed it, 30 points. Number 1 quarterback in the league. Wentz. Looks amazing. Did y'all see his little Houdini act he did on Monday Night Football? That was insane. All right, Kareem Hunt, 15. Joe Mixon, 9. And Mixon's crying for more carries, and he'll get him. And once he does, he'll beat that up like he did his girlfriend. Mike Evans, 21 points. Tyreek Hill, 24. Austin Severus-Jenkins is having an amazing comeback year, which is a good story for him, overcoming alcohol abuse. So, good for him. Terrell Pryor Sr., I don't know why the fuck that scrub is in your lineup anymore. He is a watch. Let's look at Terrell Pryor's numbers, and you're still putting him in your lineup. 12, 5, 3, 16, 5, and 3. He didn't even start last night. You know that? Out of the 64 snaps that Josh Doctson played, he was in for 30 of them. 30 snaps to Josh Doctson's 64. I don't know why you're playing him. Get fucked. You lost. All right, hey, so Kyle and Freeman. So if Kyle plays fucking bum-ass Joel, you can bet Joel is going to destroy Kyle. Like, Joel could start Tim Tebow next week, and if he's playing Kyle, Tim Tebow is going to come out of retirement, get signed with the team, start for that team, and toss 17 touchdowns. If Kyle plays Chris Freeman, Kyle is going to look like he's going to kill it. Kyle is going to murder Chris. Every single time Chris gets a good old-fashioned monkey stomping. It's not even worth going over the recap. Chris's running backs didn't look good this week at all. No one on Chris's team looked good. He had 3 players, including his kicker, break double digits. J.J., Marquise Lee, and his kicker. Other than that, everybody is 6s, 9s, and 7s and shit. Like, holy fuck, do you even have anything on your bench? Oh my god, you don't. Oh, what an apt team name. Worst team, lock it down. Whatever. Alright, well, Kyle had points on his bench, but he's got the kind of players like you can't even fucking start. Like, if you start James White, like he's going to be sorry, and he won't get any points. If you start Cooper Kupp, he won't get tossed to all game. Like, Kyle's got those dangerous players on his bench. But, I mean, he's going to have to figure out someone to start since Lynch got suspended. Not that he's going to miss those 3 points next week. Marcus Mariota looks like a wash. The Titans won't let DeMarco Murray get healthy, so he just keeps going out there with his bum-ass legs. Doug Baldwin was a great trade for Kyle early, and he looks great. Delaney Walker has been his stalemate, but now Delaney Walker's hurt. I'm not sure what Kyle's going to do, but we'll see. All right, hey, Chris, you already know. Get fucked. Speaking of Joel hitting that hard 2-game losing streak. Rangel got the best winning streak in the league right now with 4 games. Only thing about it, Rangel's team still sucks. It's awful, and he got worse this week. He sold low on Jordan Reed, gave up Vernon Davis, who looks like one of the best pass catchers on the Redskins somehow, and bought high on flash in the pan Jerick McKinnon. Like, Jerick McKinnon had 2 years to take the job from AP, and they still went out and got Dalvin Cook. That should be a message to you that he's not good. I don't know why you would trade for him, but I mean, I don't know. You don't even fucking speak English, so why am I even doing your recap? Joel sucks. Rangel won. Get fucked. I guess that's all the games this week. As far as the standings goes, Turner's shitty-ass auto-drafted team is in first place by 1 game, but every week that goes down, so we'll see what that is happening. I'm in second place. Rangel's tied with me for second place, and Brandy and Kyle are slowly trickling their way down to where Joey is. They're 1 game away from last with Joey. On the other side, Sellers overtook Soltez. Sellers is 6-1 with the best record in the league. How is Sellers 6-1? Sellers can't even figure out how to read and write, and he's 6-1? This is fucking stupid. Alright, whatever. That's your recap this week. Get fucked.